So I'd like to talk a little bit about jungle wall skip. I've got a reference image here, which I've painted on. The red line is where you have to be when the wall raises, so that you don't get caught on the side of it, so you can actually get the skip. And I've extrapolated, it's about 5 meters away, is this green line. If you run in a perfectly perpendicular line, then this is the farthest away you can be. And the blue line is where you can see the panel from. It's a little bit in front of the panel at a perpendicular angle. So as long as you're inside this triangle, you can theoretically get over the wall, but this green line is assuming you run perfectly straight, and if you're over in this corner, you can't actually run perfectly straight to get past the wall. So realistically, you actually need to be in this part of the triangle, because this tree is going to get in your way. As long as you're on this side of the rock, you should be fine. Okay, so now I'm in game. First, let's talk about getting into the right position. So you need to be, as you saw in the picture, from this tree root to this bush is about the line you have. And of course, you also need to be able to see the panel. So it turns out a pretty good lineup is to just stick this panel in front of the gap in the rocks. Now, you want to make sure you're not too close to the panel, or else you're going to run into this tree. So, a respectable distance. Now, let's talk about getting the right angle. So there are 3 choices for this. The first one, which is perpendicular, in which case you'll be holding forwards as you solve the panel. The second one, which is parallel, in which case you'll be holding left as you solve the panel. And the third one, which is the average between the two, in which case you'll be holding both forward and left. Now, I'm playing at 100 FOV right now, but if I'm at 80, it turns out that both perpendicular and parallel suffer from the same problem, which is that it's very hard to keep the panel in your field of view, even though you could technically solve it. So for that reason, I would recommend using the average angle, for which the lineup is fairly simple. As long as you're looking loosely at the panel, you should be fine. So now let's put it all together. We're going to run forward, stop before the line, which is this tree branch to this bush. We're going to align ourselves up so that this panel is overlapping the gap in the rocks, and so that we're looking at it. We're going to start solving the panel, hold shift, left, and forwards, and then we're going to run right past the jungle wall.